Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Century Countess. We got another doll repaint for you. Today's video we are going to be creating Eleanor of Toledo. She was a wife of one of the Medicis in Florence, and she was a fashionista in her time. I love all of the portraits of her beautiful gowns, and one of her lady-in-waiting gowns survived. I'll be using this recycled Florence Nightingale doll for the repaint. Plus the features are very similar to Eleanor. Eleanor wore a dress style like this. This is actually the dress that I just mentioned, the survived garment worn by the lady-in-waiting. Eleanor normally would not wear a dress just like this. She would wear it with jewelry and then something with called a comfort gown or a loose gown. This is a portrait of a loose gown. The black overdress is the loose gown. And here's a portrait of Eleanor again wearing the loose gown over a cream dress. This is the style that I'm going for. So here's the pattern. I'll be using the Elizabethan pattern that I used for the Evil Queen doll costume that I did a while back. And I will be reshaping it to look like this pattern here. And sure enough, this is an actual pattern based on the funeral dress that was found in Eleanor's tomb. And as you can see here, it's been titled Eleanor of Toledo's Wardrobe. So, perfect reference and cameo appearance of Josette right here. Hi. So I'll be using this beautiful kind of yellowish purple two-tone taffeta and then this lovely purple pink taffeta. Now before you get me, I did my research and this is Eleanor's husband. He was wearing purple here, so she's able. Hey everyone, this is Century Countess again. Here we have the pattern pieces for our Eleanor doll. I'm going to show them to you one at a time. These are the pieces for the Italian dress. You have the sleeve. Now, hold on. Now the sleeve has these little slit things right here. It also has the little area where you gather it. Now with the slits, I'm not too sure yet if I'm going to add those just yet because it is tiny. One mistake, you could ruin everything type of deal when making these slits. So this is the slit key part that you see right here, where the cute little poof balls that come from the smock sleeve pop out through the main garment. So they may be there, they may not. It just depends. This is the skirt pieces. It's a little bit different to the original pattern, but I tried to make it as authentic as possible. These here are new. These are the little pieces that will be gathered up, so it will still have a nice straight look, but be gathered enough to go around the doll's waist. This is the bodice, of course. And this is probably the only piece that did not have any doll alteration needed. This is authentic to the life-size bodice. Now over here, let me move these out of the way. Here we have the overdress, the loose gown, or comfort gown as they call another version that they call it. I'm not familiar what they call it in Florence or Italy. So this is the front piece, back piece, and as you can see, just like the skirt, it trains. This is the sleeve and the cuff, and then here is the collar. And then just to put you on a head note, this is the smock, and then this is a little corset that might be altered and resized. It may be used for the project, it may not. It just all depends. So these are the pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all the pieces out off camera, and then we'll show you what we're going to do next. Here are the cutout pattern pieces for the Italian Florence gown based on a style that Eleanor wore. It is cut, as I said, I think in the pattern part, close to authentically done. The only thing is there is some added little pieces here that will be sewn up for a false gather. Also, it opens in the front. And as you know, some Italian gowns, they have like this black trim that goes down to here and then borders the hem of the skirt. So my plan is to close the skirt up, add this center piece here, then add the trims, and then you'll never know that there is a conjoined piece here. It will look like one full piece that somehow magically is one. You know what I mean? Oh. So here, let me adjust it here. Sorry that I'm a little bit off. So this is the full ensemble. So what we're gonna do is when we go on our trip to Reno, we're gonna grab all the trims, and when we get back, we'll start sewing probably that either late Friday or that following weekend. So stay tuned for that. So this lovely lady will be our repaint for the Eleanor of Toledo project. As you can see, I've already done some semi depulking. I wanted to see if I could do the high forehead style, which is a thing that they did back then with their hairline. So I'm going to try to do that, and then cover it up with a little bit of epoxy, kind of fill up the plugs and smooth it out. Then I'm going to let it dry and clean it up a bit before I do any more cutting to it. But I just wanted to show you. So this is what it is after plucking and raising the hairline, and then this is the normal hairline. But I really like the raised hairline. It's starting to look very authentic. So that's what I'm going to do, and that will be off camera because tiny details, I haven't trained myself to focus on those and making sure it's on the right camera angle. So in time I'll be able to do that. But for now, I just want to make this project easy as well as fun for me and entertaining for you. So I will at least show you the hair cutting segment, but that will be after I alter one layer of plugs. So be right back. And here she is after I took off her hair, and I did put a little bit of epoxy on her and sanded her a bit. I went ahead and removed her eyebrows. Now for this repaint, I'm going to alter the face, but I'm going to use what's on here as a guide. I might redo the lips, and I'm going to reshape the brows to remove the arch, and as soon as I get done with her, she'll be perfect. Now, but first things first, before we do all the repainting, we gotta do the reroot first. here's our first fitting for the Eleanor of Toledo gown for the Eleanor doll subject. It needs a lot of hemming still, it needs a lot of work, but it's all put together. Part of it has been machine sewn, as you saw, and then the rest was hand sewn off camera. Now this right here, I think I mentioned this. Yes, I did mention this, I hope. But I'll go ahead and mention it again. This is a patch of the same fabric over the front join. So what I'm going to do was, I changed my mind on the trim. I was going to use a simple black, but then I decided to use this right here because I thought it'd be prettier. So what I was going to do is put it over that, and then another one on this side. And then, you know, when you see it, it will look completely seamless, you know, not seamless. It will look like it had no join, so it will look like one solid piece of fabric with a mysterious non-joined piece. This will also go on the bottom to kind of accent the train. This will also go into the detail of the bodice, the traditional little detail here, and then the little trail down there, and then repeat on the back. This is how the sleeve will turn out in the end. And then we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to do that off camera because that's a lot of close work. And I don't know if I could angle it correctly. So I'll show you the result in 3, 2, 1. Voila! Here it is. As much as you were probably looking forward to it, I couldn't show you the full detail. That would be giving out the good awe out of the whole thing. So all I'm going to show right now is the skirt, but as you can see, the piece that I added is completely covered to hide the center join. The only way you're going to be able to see that is if you flipped it over and saw that there's a little center fold. And then as you can see, it gives the illusion that there's no joining. And yes, as I mentioned, I chose this more beautiful detailed trimming instead of the plain black. I think it's a lot prettier, and when you see the outfit in its full, I think you'll agree that it was a much better choice. Here is the loose gown though. I decided to change the look a bit. I decided to go with another style that Eleanor wore, which is this portrait coming up right about here. Hey everyone, we are back from Reno and it is Tuesday, and I just wanted to, hold on a sec, there we go, much better. Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to show you that the new hair hang has arrived. Because of the holidays, it didn't show up as quickly, but it did show up quick, thank goodness. I'm going to use this for the reroute for the Eleanor doll. And I'm going to do the reroute off camera because it is a process, and also I find it much more comfortable filming off camera. But if you want to see a reroute video, refer to my Casey hair restoration video. I believe it is still up. I hope you enjoy that video. Anyway, I will show you the styling method after I reroute. So rerouting begins in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Sorry if I sound a little bit hoarse. I got a cold. So I already did the reroute. I didn't fully reroute it because we didn't want too thick of a hair. We want it to look as natural as possible. I also did the brows off camera and not much on the face up because the face was already starting to look like her a little bit, so we didn't do too much, just a little bit of a darkening here, and then I kind of shrunk her lower lip with some acetone. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take her hair that we just freshly rerouted and allowed to glue to dry, etc. We gelled it to slick it back a bit, and now we're just going to shape it in. So I apologize if some of this gets off camera. So there we go, there's a little bit of it, and now we're just going to adjust the snood. This is the snood that she wears in most of her portraits. Some of her portraits she has her hair kind of pulled back a bit, but the snood seems to be a style that she normally wears, so we're going to try to duplicate that as best as we can. So we got one. So we're going to use some pins to pin the hair in place. So all we're going to do is we're going to pin it, and then if it doesn't work, we can just take a needle and thread, which I think is what we're going to do. So hold on a sec. And we back. We have just thread a needle through the snoods. Now we're just going to gather it up and see if that works. And then, like I said earlier, we're going to do some adjusting. Let me take that pin out real quick. I'm sorry if this goes off camera. Like I said, I'm just a little bit glitzy because I am a little bit sick, but there is a deadline for this, so I have to get it done, sick or not. So here we are, the snood is gathered up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some adjusting off camera, which will make it easier for me, and I'll show you what we have after. And here she is. She is all ready. Snood and all. I added a little bit of this embellishment here to match her outfit. And now we just need to attach her head and get her posed, and I can show you the final results. And here's the final result. I'm sorry that my voice is still a little hoarse. I'm still a little bit sick with the cold. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making this doll. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. I try to post every Friday and weekend. I may take a break again this coming up Friday, because in case I'm still sick, and I need very much rest, because I can probably turn this into COVID if I'm not too careful. So I'm going to get some rest. And like I said, I may post next Friday. I don't know. It depends on how my health is. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to show you the next one. So without further ado, see you soon.